Good afternoon, traders. We're going to continue part 2 with the trades that we weren't in and what happened to them and what we're going to do. Dollar index is coming down back. We're anticipating a running flat. And the question is whether that is all for the running flat. That should be okay. You can put an entry here for a sell if this is going to drop. Now, it can come here and go a little higher and then come down. Well, we'll just wait for the sell, basically. Euro, we're already in the buy, so we'll see. Do we have a buy setup or a sell setup here? No, nothing. This should come and break the low first, so we'll leave that alone. I think we looked at all of these already, so you know what to do with them. If it goes a little higher, we'll take it off. Let's see, New Zealand pound, sorry, what do we do with pound? Okay, we have an entry order there from this morning. This could be a running flat. We could go with a running flat in this here. Probably even this whole piece here is a running flat. Probably this whole piece here is a running flat. So the entry order above the top is a good buy. We'll put that in trader for buy. But you'll still monitor it because we still have divergence on the 1 minute. So it's a buy, but a buy with caution. New Zealand. I'm not sure I like this buy in New Zealand because I don't like this contracting flat. Contracting flats, most of them tend to turn running flats in the future. Come back here and then go, right? Or come back here and then go back up there and then come back and then go. So we'll just ignore. We have enough buys if it's a dollar movement, so just leave this one. Swiss, okay, this dropped already. It would have been a good sell. I probably missed that. I hope some of my traders got this sell. Because when you see this consolidation, you know you're coming to retest this low, right? At least just like this one here, right? It just came, drop, and then go back up. So this would have actually dropped here, retest this low, and then go back up. So you put it to break even by that point. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Euro Swiss. So we saw this morning, and the reason we didn't sell that was the risk to reward if it had stopped here. If it stopped there, right? If you put a sell here and it stopped there, like this one came here, it would go back up, right? Then that wouldn't be a trade. We could come back to the top there and then drop. But now it's dropping. Let it confirm the drop. We need a flag there now, right? If you have an entry here, be careful with that because you definitely need a flag. It could still go back up and come down. If we get a flag here and a 15 minutes flag, we'll take that trade to the bottom with a stop here. To come and tag this low and then go back up. So I'll put this low here. I think we got 2 trades or 1 trade in this coming down. The whole move coming down, we got a few trades in it. Yeah, I think we got this trade, that one there. We got this one here. We didn't get that one. We got this one here. And maybe a break-even trade somewhere in the middle. So we'll wait for this. If we get a flag, we're going for this. And then somewhere from here, we're expecting this to go up. This is the pattern we're looking at. All right, so let's see if it goes back up. Wait for it. If you don't get a flag, let it drop without you. We have some other Swiss trades. Euro Oz, it's coming down. Also, the same reason we didn't sell this is the risk to reward wasn't there. Right, is that if you put an entry here and you have to put a stop here, they just need to break that low and they could go right back up. We will go with this is all the correction. We already, explained that this morning. So what we're going to do here now is wait to see if we get any buy setup. But if it makes a flag, can you sell this flag to come break the low? Let it break the low. Don't sell it. Let it break the low and then go. But if this is going back up, we will definitely look for it. So I'll put this like this. And if this starts to go back up, we'll look for a buy setup. Euro yen. Also, this trade, we saw this coming down. It broke the top. You wanted to come back here, break this top, come back to about this top. And now this could come here and go back up, right? This could be a running flat. Go back up there, come down here, and then we'll see what happens. Because if all of this happens, you have a very big flat here, right? This is becoming a really big flat there. So we'll have to wait and see what's happening with this. This one was a little crazy, similar to that, where this move actually went up really, really slow and then dropped, making this the flat. Are we getting the same situation where this is a contracting flat? This one just go up, come back here, go back, break the top, and then drop. I don't think this is taking off because if it's taking off, then it's going really slow for that. It looks more like a consolidation level drop. So let's wait. We don't have a setup. Vamos. It's coming down back. So here's what we're gonna do. I don't think this is the end of it. I'm looking at it as 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. So this will pull back here, drop like that, come, it's gonna break this low. If it breaks this low, we're looking for a buy. Back to the top, maybe back down and then go. We'll buy this again. But if this is the one that takes off, we'll be in the trade. It all depends on how you look at that correction in the middle. Right, so we'll be in the trade if that happens. Don't chase it. Just like you're not chasing the Swiss, right? See, it's back up at the top, it could still be a running flat, right? This could still be a running flat. So if you're gonna take this one, it's only to break this low, and then it can go right back up. Because this could still happen here, and then we get this flat, and then we drop. It's not as flat as that. If you put it like this is what you're looking for, right? So if we get a flag here, we're gonna take this straight up, expect a running flat, and then expect a trade down. Basically, that's it. So wait now. See? Don't chase it. Never chase the trade. Punkat. Nothing. This sell we had this morning, we canceled it because this came back too deep into that. And I think we did the right thing. Now we just wait to see what this is. Can this go back up? Maybe if it consolidates here, we'll consider this to sell. But it's supposed to either drop or go right. It's not doing anything we wanted to do, so we'll wait. Right? When you're not getting the setup you want, what you do is you wait, right? Because when you wait, you actually see what it's doing. Pound New Zealand. Okay, so I said it could come back pretty deep, but it's gonna go up. It came back pretty deep here, but it's gonna go up, so we want to buy. Keep that entry order for the buy. We're not changing that, right? The only time we change that is if this starts to consolidate here, right? If this starts to actually make some kind of a consolidation here, then we go for the sell. Otherwise to that, this could go right back up. And the trade to the upside is big enough to keep, right? Big enough to keep back to the top here. Back to this top. This would be the trade. Aussie Swiss. Nothing as yet. Stay away from that. New Zealand Swiss. Nothing yet. This is still consolidating here. Stay away from that. We don't have a buy. We don't have a sell. It is likely going to come back down. This here is likely going to come back down. Here, maybe even break the low. Go back up. You're going to have this one. Come back down. Go back up. You're going to get this one. Maybe then come down. Right? That is a possibility. We had something similar to that here. See this one here? This flat here, drop, then go back up. So when it completes the flat, it's going to drop, maybe go back up. But now it's just consolidating downwards. You don't need to take a trade on that. There's no big surprise coming there. New Zealand yen. Okay, it went and it broke the top. It's not a buy setup. We have too much divergence. We're looking for a sell setup, but we don't have it as yet. Right? It already broke all the top. So any sell setup now would be good, but we don't have a sell setup. Cat Swiss. Come here. Put this entry under this one. Put the entry under this one here. Either this go back up or it breaks through. Right? Depending on how you're looking at this correction in here. It doesn't matter if it goes back up, we don't want it. If it breaks through for the sell, we'll take the trade. And we've completed those. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go through this. US oil. Well, it's actually dropping. They did tag the top. See, they broke the top slightly and dropped, which is the danger of buying that this morning. I explained to you, there's a very dangerous thing of trying to buy this flag. All this thing needs to do is tag the top, even by 1 pip. Right? This just needs to come here and tag that top by a pip and then drop. So if you're trying to buy that, see the danger in it, right? Then we assume that that is what it's going to do. You can also still make an assumption that, well, this is some kind of an expanding flat for upside. Again, I wouldn't take the trade because it could still go break the top and then come back. But here's the thing. What if it is dropping? What if it is now coming down for this one? Pretty easy. See this here, how it broke the top and it reversed? Give us a flag. So come here and then give us a flag. And we will sell that. Take this trade and go back up. If you didn't see this pattern, I actually showed you where the pattern already completed itself like this. This morning, watch this morning's webinar, you'll see it. Yes, Same here, we broke the top and we're coming down. That's the UK oil. This one is even much better. Wait for a flag like this and then sell it, right? What if actually this is a little different? What if this here is the flat in the middle? What if this here is the flat? And this is 1, 2, 3. And this one is coming down all the way to the bottom here. Then go back up. Good for you if you get the sell. So you can assume that the running flat is in the middle. You can assume that it's two separate running flats. Any of those would work, right? Any of those would work. It can depend on, we will make that decision depending on how much this pull back. If this one only pull back to this level and go, we're going to go with this running flat, and we're going to go with this running flat. But if this one comes all the way to the bottom here, we're going to go with this running flat. And this would be a buy to the upside, and then a sell back to the downside. Let's see, right? Look for the sell right now. Wait for this to make a flag. It's probably going to go a little more, then make the flag and then sell. Drop a little more, make the flag sell. PayPal. Stay away from it, let it consolidate. Let it go. It's going to go up a little more, but it's going to go up like this, probably do this, and then you'll look for this and you'll sell it. One more drop. Tesla. We have the entry there. If it doesn't go to the take it off and then wait, it has to really take off sharp. If it just stack, you look at this, pull back, close the trade. Amazon. This looks more like a running flat. So if this is going up, we would let this go and break this structure, break out the top, make a flag here, and then take that trade. For now, it's a running flat for a sell. All of these we just added. You remember that? All this we're still going with it, but the buy is very valid. Put that entry above the top. If they go, you want the trade. All right, let's go here. Bitcoin. Still in the consolidation. It still could drop more, right? This could still drop a lot more. And then go up. But you want the next impulse up. Only if it comes all the way to the low, we'll reconsider if you want. Same for this. I'm going to go really fast. This broke the low. It's still going to go up, but it will be a running flat. This buy is dangerous. You can take this off. That's no longer a buy. This would make a flat and then drop. A running flat, then drop. XRP, you haven't broken the low, so when it goes back up, it will be a regular flat. You're actually getting a consolidation here. See this? Could this be the one that does that and then come back here, making this a flat? So if you want to get really aggressive, and especially if you're trading this without leverage, this could be an entry, right? So what you want is that when it does something like this, if it comes back from this point, put an entry to sell it back there. Maybe a few pips above, sell it at that point. So if it makes a bigger one like this and go like that and then come back down, you would close the trade, right? But it looks like a good buy. So we will put this for a buy to manage it. Remember, this is a short-term trade. This is the top. If it goes and break that top, you're taking profit or you're moving very close to taking profit. Gold started falling. Okay, let's see how far it comes. Let's see. Well, it's still pretty early to tell, but yeah, I like it from that point. If it started to drop from that point, we'll keep it. I would not be selling inside of this because this correction can be more complex, which means you can get tagged here and watch it go back up to the top, complete something like this, go back up to the top, and then actually drop. So you don't want to get involved. Let it prove it's going to drop, and then we get a trade. If it makes a flag here, well, then, yeah, we can consider that flag. Right? Go in a 5 minutes or 15 minutes and consider the flag. Let's go. What is this doing? Still going down. Still going down. We haven't broken the low. If you get a buy setup, you can take it. You know what I do? I'll rearrange them to those that broke the low and those that didn't break the low. One of them broke the low. I think XRP broke the low. Nope. ETH. I think ETH broke the low. We'll rearrange this. We'll put this at the bottom for those that broke the low, right? Because those are running flat. Those are definitely sell setup. This one broke the low. Nope. This broke the low. Nope. Still within the range. Dash broke the low. Nope. Dash actually broke the top. That's a whole different structure. So the question is whether we're going to look at this as a running flat or if that is the top. We don't know that. So keep your entry above that top. Link didn't break the low. Let's see this one. This one broke the low, sorry. Dot didn't break the low. This is going back up. So this entry here is very good because if this takes off, we didn't get a flag here, right? There's no flag. So if this takes off and do that, once it breaks the stop, you better put an entry to sell it there. Or look to take profit if it starts to consolidate there because it can definitely go back down, right? Right, so watch that. And then autumn. This one is very close to the low, so this would be a flat. All of them could be flats eventually, right? But some of them break the low, it should be running flat. This one is what? This broke the low. You have to put this with, which one? I think ETH. So put ETH next to this one, right? Because that broke the low, that's a running flat. We're not playing with those running flats. This broke the top, 3 of them break the top, but these could be running flats for upside here, right? These are running flats, but they're running flats for one more up that could literally take off. So if you get a flag here, it's worth it. That entry is a good one. And these, I think one of these broke the low as well. This one didn't. This broke the top. This is one of the few of them that broke the top already. This one broke the top, so we'll put the 2 that broke there together, actually. This one broke. This didn't break the low. Actually, this one is really far from the low. So if this goes up from here, it's a good one. And this broke the top. So like a couple of them break the top, a couple of them broke the low. So those are the ones that are literally anything you can expect from them, right? The ones that are making regular flats, trade those. Those are the easier ones. I think you got the idea. Okay, gold started falling. We got a next message from Javon. So glad to be here for the knowledge. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Javon. And I hope those who didn't manage to come or for whatever reason couldn't find the link or couldn't register, I hope they watch the recording. And I hope you guys watch it over and over because there's a lot of things. If you miss one, you're going to miss something. So please help share the links. Please help share those videos. You can share it to anyone and anywhere that is possible and legally and allowed to share. If somewhere, in some group, they don't allow you, don't share it there, share it where people would like to get the knowledge. And maybe somebody would learn something. Sir, I have sent you a screenshot on Skype in the London session. Can you elaborate on it? Yes, I actually answered you in that screenshot. Right? I think you got the pattern incorrectly. What was it from which one? What was your screenshot again? Let me see if I can find it. I think I find it. Yeah, you're looking at patterns differently. You have a long way to learn patterns, my friend. This is not it. So you said you're looking for this to come back. Let me get it in the red very quick. You're waiting for a running flat to come. But why are you waiting for a running flat? This is a correction of its own. This is a correction of its own. This is just going to go. You got a flag here that is going to go. You got a flag here that is going to go. You get a flag here that is going to go. You might be making another flag here that is going to go. So waiting for this it does make sense. It's not the patterns you're looking at. Not everything is a running flat. Like I said, there are 30-something different patterns that we know of, and there are 30-something different variations of those patterns. So it is not as easy as you think it is, right? When I show you it, you see it crystal clear. When I say this is going to go back up and you watch it go back up, that's easy. But then the idea is that what I'm telling you from when I am drawing these patterns, I'm drawing it from a vast amount of knowledge. I mean, a vast amount of work that I've done in all the years creating it. So that's what I'm doing when I'm drawing it. But for you to get to that level, you have to spend a lot of time doing it. It's not easy, but it's doable. I can tell you from my traders. My traders are doing it and they're doing it very good. That's why I know that it's doable. Let's see. Really appreciate it. I'm interested to see an AB squeeze. You probably have a few of them. They're not very common. I think we have one really forming right now. But look at them this way. If you're not sure if it's an AB squeeze, look at the C wave as a channel. The channel is a squeeze, actually. Right? So if you look around, there's one on I think on Tongyen, the most famous one. Why? Because everybody was going crazy when I was putting it out, and then they watch it happen and they're like, oh my God, yeah, it's worked, right? So I think it was YouTube, not YouTube, I think it was Facebook, not Facebook, TradingView that made that one famous, because I was on TradingView that time and people didn't believe this guy had an idea what he was doing because it was a new thing. Everybody were Elliott wavers when I was there, and I was the only wave trader. Now everybody's a wave trader, right? Is the principle of wave theory by no. If it's a good book, sorry, my fault. It's a very good book. You should read it. I was going to say, my thing was I thought you said whether I'm using that principle. No, I'm not using any of the principles from the book, but it's a good starting point. That's where I started. To understand that there is a wave theory out there. You could also read about the Dow theory. You could read about, because I think the Dow theory is closer to what we do in terms of its wave analysis. Dow came with the conclusion way before Ralph Nelson that there's a three-wave structure. I can tell you that most of the structures are three-wave structures. They're not five-wave structures. Even the impulsive wave, they don't have five waves in them. A lot of them have three waves. Now, this could create a whole big argument with the Elliott wave thing, but I'll challenge them to it. They wouldn't. They're not. They're going to make up things when they come to it, because I challenged them on TradingView when I was there. I challenged them to do it. I'll show you three waves. You show me five in it. They couldn't. So that's an argument that is futile. You wouldn't get in. You wouldn't come to anything in that. But you should read the book. It's a very good start for you to understand concepts and understand that these exist. And then you come and you look at what we do, because what we're doing is an upgrade. This is Elliott wave 0.2 or 0.3 or 0.4, whatever you want to call it, 0.4, 0.5. It's way up in terms of how we look at patterns. Thanks again for the knowledge you gave this week. It is very interesting. I will try to contact you by Skype. Okay. Yep. Okay, sure. You can do that. For those of you who want to join, you just send me a Skype message and I will reply you. Maybe not this afternoon, tomorrow, give me some time to relax. In spot, we can DCA Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. And Ethereum, even if they don't give us the C, DCA, you mean an ABC, I'm not sure even better. If they don't give us the C of the regular, it's a great location for the daily. I see. Okay, good. I got you. I think I understand. So you're saying that that's a good buying point because of the daily structure. They will give you that wave up. You will get a wave up. The bigger one will come and the small one will come. So start with the small one. You don't know if the small one is the start of the bigger one, right? That's something you don't know. Every big pattern will start with a small impulse and a small correction. So you start there, and if you're lucky, that one keeps going. But if you're unlucky, it's going to go 2-3 times like that. Then it's going to make a deeper correction, and then it's going to go. But if you understand that, you will get in, get out, get in, get. Then when it makes the deep one, you can stay with that one to go for a longer period of time. No, I can't take all your screenshots from Skype. You know, there are other people in the room. Let's not make this a one-on-one for you. We'll do that next time. I'll answer you on Skype. Let's go. EWT. Oh, Elliott wave versus version 2, right? It could be. You're funny, my friend. Yeah, really like that. Version 2, version 3. I think we're way above the versions. We are way in the iPhone X series already. If you put it as iPhone, Elliott wave is the iPhone 1. We are way above already. The dollar cost average. Sorry, I didn't get what you mean. Thanks for that. Is yeah. If you're buying at the low to go up for a long term, but if you follow all the webinars I show you, you can actually get in and get out and buy much cheaper, right? Watch the previous webinars. I explained that already. But I get your point. Yes, it's pretty cheap to buy at this point. Hey, you said you would talk about broker thing in the last. Kindly give some info over it. Okay, let me explain that part, and I'll go very quick. I don't think I'm ready to give you that information here and now, but I can give you in one of my things. Let me look at what it is in detail, because like I said, I would not be taking any money from them, even if I give you the information, and I will give you. They're literally a broker that is offering you funds to trade. I don't see anything wrong with them so far. I think so far what I saw, they have changed from what they had previously, and it's amazing what they have, because they don't have any test you have to do. They don't have any trial. You just pay them money, you get the account, the live account, you start trading the live account. If you make money, great, they pay you. If you don't make money, well, you lose the account, and then you have to buy a new one, which is a way of making money as well, right? So it's only good if you're a really good trader. If you can prove that you have consistency for a couple of years, I would say take it. If you're not making consistency, you're just going to lose it, basically. And these, they don't force you to make a certain amount of trade or anything like that. That's what I like about them. You don't have to make X amount of trade. You don't have to. The only thing criteria they have is you can't lose this amount of money and you can't have this amount of drawdown. That's all. So all you have to do is do money management, trade really small, trade consistent. They don't have how much money you have to make for what period of time. So you can make small, small, small going up. As a matter of fact, I asked him a direct question, and you should ask them this when you do it. If you're break even for 6 months, what happens? He says nothing. It's still yours, and it's a one-time fee. You don't have to pay a monthly fee to maintain the account. Some of them, they ask you for a monthly fee to take the account. Some of them, they ask you all kinds of tests, hoping that you fail once you pay it. You know, there's all that funny thing they do. Those are just money making. Their job is to take your money and hope that you don't pass the test they're putting you to. But these guys look like that. And the thing is about this is, I don't want to promote them as yet until I know what they're doing, because I wouldn't be taking any money for the promotion, right? Recording is still on. Thank you, Pratham. We should close the recording. I forget about that.